Hey y'all, it's Didi. Today I'm bringing y'all another video. This one gonna be kind of informal. Y'all know how I do. I don't like all that formal mess. Got some on my shirt here, so y'all don't mind that. Today, you could just call me Miss Fire and Desire. Yes, ma'am, because this red hair my sister let me have. I think she let me have it and I just hold it. But if she did just let me hold it, I'm gonna have this. Baby, the way the skin tone pops with this red, this brown skin girl goodness, you see. And then I'm giving you Poison Ivy by the Green. Listen, a few ground rules also. If you're watching this video for the first time and it aggravates you that I keep going like this throughout the video and you think that that's not too feminine, no woman does all of that, and I'm doing too much, I ask that you politely exit the video and never watch another one of my videos again, because on this channel, on this video, I will do what I want to do at all times. If I want to flip my hair, I will do that. And this hair is like in my face sometimes, so I will be doing that throughout the video. So if that bothers you, sweetie, go home. Anyways, okay, so back to my nice side. Okay, I actually shot this video already at my daddy's house, but it kind of messed up. Like my audio was coming in and out. Like, do any of my iPhone users know what that's about? Because I shot like a whole video and it kept coming in and out. Anyways, let me get to the point. So just a quick briefing on my previous video. I told y'all about the situation with the boy that used the word tranny and was very unprofessional and very inappropriate on the job. He was the physical therapist, and I told you how it made me feel yesterday. Well, today I actually reported him to HR, and I feel better. You know, I feel like I don't want him to get fired, but hopefully he will get the education he needs to know how to handle, how to be professional in the workplace, and know that you have to be sensitive when it comes to certain issues, because you never know who's walking past or who's related to someone like that, or just anything. You don't say certain things in the workplace if you're an employee. Now, I can't control my patient. The patient, you know, he was not in the right state of mind, but him as the employee, he has to foster an environment where everyone feels comfortable. That's part of your role. And he failed at that day because he didn't know I was sitting right behind him and I was who I was. But even if he assumed that I was a biological woman, I could have had a child like that. You know, I could have had a child that was that way, and that could have offended me. So you have to be careful what you say. Anyways, I'm not going to spend too much time on that. Like I said, I did reach out to HR and I gave them a statement. I'm trying to do stuff the right way, the professional way, because guess what? I have to look out for myself and my job now. I got hormones I'm trying to pay for. I got goals and dreams that I want to do for myself. And these people, I was about to say, these people are not going to mess that up for me. I'm sorry. Let me get to the meat and the potatoes today. So today I wanted to actually talk about, I wanted to conclude the series I have on the guy I had a crush on. My most recent videos, a lot of them have been about this guy I met and I had a crush on him. So let me just kind of give you the timeline. So the first video was me explaining to you, I had this crush on this guy that I met and he was very sweet and nice and everything like that. The second video was me basically questioning like why he hadn't reached out to me all day and feeling like, well, did I do something wrong? Third video was me calling it off with him because he told me he had an ex-girlfriend that he still was not over and I wanted to protect my feelings. So let me catch you up from there. After I told him I think it would be best if we stopped communicating, I actually had reached out to him again. And what I did was, it was like maybe a few days after I told him I was good, and I was just like, hey, it's, you know who this is, whatever. I don't know if he remembered the number because he had ended up really blocking me, I found out later. He basically told me at that point, at some point down the line, he told me, you know, you said that you think it would be best if we don't talk, so I think we need to stick to it. You know, he was pretty much on that kick. And so I was like, I respect what you're saying, so I understand that. Later on, maybe a few days after that, after he told me that and after I just had left him alone, I saw him on POF again. I took a chance. As nice as he is, I still know that people have a certain limit to where they will they will get on that behind if like they feel some type of way. So I was kind of nervous, like he would like be like, bitch, didn't I tell you not to text me? Bitch, didn't I tell you to leave me alone? I felt like he might come like that, but I really knew deep down inside he wouldn't, but I was kind of nervous. So I reached out to him. I said, I really think we should talk in person. And he was with it. Like he said, okay, yeah, that sounds good. I can come tonight. So he came. Let me just tell y'all. So we get to talking like two adults, two mature adults, and we're talking about the whole situation. He definitely explained to me that it's just something that we didn't discuss, the fact that he was not over his ex. It never came up. And he definitely did not want to hurt me, and he definitely did not want to be a bad guy in this situation. And I definitely told him, you are not a bad guy at all. Like, you have been such a gentleman, so sweet. And so it's nothing about you that gives me bad guy. I think it just took me by shock that you were not over your ex. He told me that I didn't do anything wrong by telling him, calling things off. And I told him, that was kind of incorrect, because even though it was not wrong for me to call it off, it was wrong at the point where after I called it off, I tried to come back to him and circle back around. Like, you can't do that flip-flopping stuff with people. You have to be consistent. No matter how your emotions may be unstable, you can't play with those games with other people. They have emotions too, so you can't be up and down. So that's the part I was wrong at. If I was going to say that we shouldn't talk anymore, I should have stuck to it. I think the thing about it is that I couldn't get him out my mind. Like, I really had liked his energy. It wasn't about sex. It wasn't about anything like that. It was about the fact that he was attractive to me, of course, but his energy was just so cool to me. Like, I vibed off of his energy. The point comes up to where he says, I knew we had a lot of sexual tension between us, even the first night. It was hard for him to control himself, but he definitely didn't want to cross any lines with me. And so I told him, to be honest, I kind of had some sexual tension on my end too. Some of the things that held me back was the fact that, like the hair on my face that I still have remaining and stuff like that. It makes me self-conscious. And he was like, that's understandable. And then I told him, I said, it's a good thing we didn't do anything, because if you plan on getting back with your ex, then you can go in with a clean slate, clean mind. And he was like, yeah, but, at the same time, we're both adults, and I'm still single right now as of now. And so I'm attracted to you. I'm really attracted to you. And to be honest, I want to kiss you. And I said, yeah, I mean, that could be cool and everything, but I wouldn't want you to feel guilty if you do get back with your ex or anything like that. And he was like, yeah. We're looking at each other, and y'all know that look that a nigga give you, like when the mood is just right. And y'all know that look where he just wanna do something so bad. And he's trying to, like, y'all looking at each other that way, and y'all looking like, who gonna make the first move? Like, it was that type of scene. And so he eventually said, can I kiss you right now? I don't know if I said something like, what you waiting on, or something like that. Like, I was saying something like that, but I was basically like, yeah. And so he leans over, and y'all, when I tell you, I probably had one other kiss. I don't really want to say that kiss was on this level though. This is a standalone kiss here. Because I was up here like rubbing on his neck, rubbing on his hair, rubbing my hands through his dreads, touching his neck, touching his chest and stuff like that. It was so exhilarating. It was so exhilarating. It was so passionate. And that was like one of my favorite kisses. Like, y'all know those kisses like in the movies where they say the fireworks go off. It was something like that. I don't know if it was exactly like that, but it just felt good. It felt right. And I enjoyed every moment of that kiss. So we kissed about 2 minutes straight. And, after we stopped kissing, I lay on his shoulder. Like, I'm just breathtaking by this moment. My breath is taken from this moment. And I just lay on his shoulder. And he's like, you actually are a good kisser, like he said. And I was like, yeah, you are too. And I enjoyed that. So we sitting there, we're talking some more, and he said, I really want to kiss you again. We start up again. And I don't know if I'll ever forget that. I don't know if I'll ever forget that kiss, those kisses. It just felt so good and so right. And it just I wish I could go back to that moment all over again. And so, and I never felt like that by kissing somebody. I don't just go around kissing people all the time. You know, I really don't. I can probably count on one hand the amount of people I've actually like kissed in the mouth, you know. If that, like I can probably count it on a few fingers. Like I can't remember really doing that too much. And so it comes to a point where we're still talking and then eventually it gets late, so he's heading home. And so I walk him to the door. I open the door and I'm getting ready for him to leave. And he say, "Can I kiss you one more time before I go?" And I said, "Yeah." So I'm like, I think I'm on my tippy toes because y'all know this nigga tall. He like, I can't remember how tall it was, 6'2", 6'3". He tall, okay? And so I'm standing on my tippy toes and he leaning down and he pushing himself into me, like, you know, pushing his lower part into me and stuff against the wall. It was just so like breathtaking. And I enjoyed the moment. And then I eventually like pushed him off of me a little bit and I said, "All right, you gotta stop now." And he left. But after he left, I never heard from him again. It probably was a few days or so. I hadn't reached out to him. He didn't reach out to me. And eventually, you know, when I had some free time, I hit him up hoping that he would probably come by another night. He had never responded. And to this day, he hasn't responded. Um, I don't know if that means he got back with his ex that he was not over. I don't know if that means he's busy. I assume he probably, you know, is pursuing things with his ex that he was telling me about. And it just made me realize that I'm so happy I did not give myself to him. Yes, I kissed him. Yes, we were intimate in a way, like we laid in bed together, cuddled, stuff like that. But I did not have sex with him. You know, I did not put my heart into this situation like a lot of us do sometimes when we're dealing with a nigga that seems like a good guy. He's sweet. He's a gentleman. I'm not going to lie. I have some feelings for this guy because it's like the good guys it's always the good guys you can't have. These bad guys come and go, like it's like a revolving door of bad guys, but this good guy here, it's just like he's taken and I realized that we were two adults and I had to go into kissing him with that mindset of this is not your man. And this man is not going to be here for the long run. First of all, he describes himself as some type of DL individual. So it's never going to be nothing more. You just have to realize that, and you have to respect the fact that this man came to you and was honest with you. He was honest with you about the fact that he's not over his ex. He was honest with you about the fact that he's not comfortable with, you know, people knowing his business and stuff like that. And you have to respect that. And I do respect it, you know. So I miss his company. I really do. I miss his vibe. But I know that his heart is with somebody else. And I wish, you know, we could have developed something further because I just feel like our energies would have really clicked. But my king is out there somewhere. I have had to kiss a lot of frogs to try to find this king, and I still have not found him yet. But I know my king is out here somewhere. But some people are literally here for a season in our life. And he was there for a season in my life. He was a good vibe. And I take it for what it was. It is what it is. I wanted to do another shout out in this video. A new individual that has recently kind of spoke up on some of my videos. Her name is Miss Kim. She can relate to some of my videos. What I found out one morning or one night is that she had sent me a Cash App. And I was just so surprised. I messaged her and I said, "Listen, Miss Kim, I appreciate you so much. You don't know the blessing you were to me. God worked through you to be a blessing to me because I needed some new shoes for this new job. And I was able to buy me some new shoes, new comfortable shoes for this job. And I said, I thank you so much. You know, you were really a blessing to me. A few days passed. This morning, she actually sent me another cash app. And it was just another blessing, you know, because I had lent some money out to some people, and those people haven't necessarily paid me back. Now, first off, I already know, don't lend what you can't afford. So I did give my last to them, but I already knew, don't count on that money coming back. I already knew that. So, but it was just a blessing, the right timing, because right now I'm in between getting unemployment and starting this new job and having to wait for this first check. So I'm in a very unstable position right now, but God is definitely making sure I'm taken care of, and God has people in my life that make sure I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I always say I'm blessed and highly favored, and I really mean that. I don't know why God spoils me so. I know I don't do everything right. I don't live right necessarily, but He spoils me. And so I wanted to shout Miss Kim out because I really do appreciate her doing that for me. And she actually wants to take me out to dinner, so we're supposed to be going tomorrow because she stays in this city with me. Thank you again, Miss Kim. I really do appreciate you. I'm so happy that my videos were able to touch you, because when I made this channel, of course, people think about the things such as, oh, if I get a YouTube channel, there's potential for me to make this money and stuff. Like, let's be real. Like, let's be completely real. Like, there's potential to make good money off of YouTube if you are able, you know, if you have the content, if you have the followers, the subscribers or whatever, there's potential for lots of money. And that's one of my motivations when I started it. But also, this channel was for me to have a diary to document my transition, to document this new stage of my life, to document me being more just open with myself, and just being able to maybe one day look back on these things and see what I've learned throughout the process, and also to help any of my younger sisters or even brothers in the community, you know, maybe to help somebody else that is having these feelings, because I know that when I started out, I was watching so many videos. I was watching Tea Time with the Girls, and y'all got to check out Tea Time with the Girls. That really, like, they really helped me to understand what this life would be like at the time where I felt like, ooh, I don't know if I got the courage to do it. These were girls that already had the courage to live in their truth for the longest. So I watched things like Tea Times with the Girls, T.S. Madison, you know, people that were just so confident in themselves and lived in their truth. It was so captivating to me to watch these ladies live in their full truth and watch these ladies tell their story and to help other people out there like me that was up and coming. So I wanted to be able to be one of those people, maybe be somebody that somebody out there can connect to. I would say if anybody's out there watching me and you're at this point right now in your life where you like, I see what Didi doing, I see what T.S. Madison doing, I see what all these other transgenders out here are doing, and I can see myself doing that. Like, I feel like that's who I'm supposed to be. If you feel a deep longing for it and you want to live in your full truth, it takes courage. It just takes you stepping out of your comfort zone, period. It's going to require you to step outside your comfort zone. You've lived your life as a male, or you've lived your life as a female for most of your life, and you know what people expect of you. And you probably tried to hide certain parts of yourself from people so that you wouldn't expose yourself, so to speak. And so you're going to have to be uncomfortable for a period of time. Shoot, I'm still uncomfortable sometimes when I go outside. It's a never-ending battle. There are times where you maybe don't feel it safe. There are times where you feel more clocky. Or not that it matters, but there are times where you do feel like you don't want to just be out in the open like that, and you don't want to just be an ant underneath a magnifying glass. But you will have to get over that uncomfortable feeling at first. You will have to jump out. You know how some people throw their babies out? I don't want to say babies, but like the kids out into the pool to learn how to swim. You gotta jump out there. I used to go outside and I used to be so scared. I used to feel like every car can see me. I used to feel like it was like empty cars. It could be parked cars outside, and I felt like every one of them cars had somebody inside of them looking at me, pointing like this, laughing. I felt like that. Now I go outside and I do what I got to do, and I keep it moving. So it will require you to step outside of your comfort zone and do what you have to do and push through, honey. Push through completely. You're going to have naysayers. You're going to have people that are slick and passive aggressive. You're going to have all types of people. You also will have people that's supportive, that respect you. But ultimately, you are the person that you have to live your life for. Aside from what's right, what's wrong, aside from anything that anybody has to say, you have the right to live your life the way you wish to live it. So do you want to live your life for other people and live up to their expectations? Or do you want to do what's healthy for you, your mind state, your health, your emotional state, all of these things? Do you want to live for yourself? You have to come to a point where you think about that, where you think to yourself, I'm tired of hiding. I'm tired of being afraid. I want to show people who I am. I want to show myself what I'm capable of. And you can do it if you want to. Where there's a will, there is a way. I promise you. I'm telling you this, sitting right here, never thinking that I could be sitting right here with a wig on my head and stepping outside the door like that. With no makeup, lashes, gloss, and very much clocky. Very much clocky when I move about. And I never thought I would be able to step outside like that. Let me just say, if I can do it, you can do it. And if so many others can do it, you can do it. That was just a word of encouragement for some of my younger sisters or her sisters that have not realized themselves completely yet and they're in hiding. You know, we see you out there, girls, but you know, you got one life to live on this earth. And don't live your life full of regrets and full of trying to make other people happy. Now, there is a God, and we all have to answer to God one day. And you have to do what you feel is right when it comes to your relationship with God. I will never speak on another person's relationship with God. And so many people do that when they don't have it right themselves. But there is a God that we all have to answer to one day. But I'm talking about on the level of God actually giving us free will in this earth. You have a right to live your life to the fullest. I definitely have some more content coming up. I already have it lined up underneath my notes about some of the things I want to talk about and do. So I'm excited, and I know y'all are going to like some of these new videos I have. As always, thank you guys for following me and subscribing to me and listening to my videos, always checking for me. I appreciate you guys so much because y'all don't have to do that. Like I always say, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those good things. And bye.